Hello again. That's what he says.
Hello again.
Yeah. Well, Real Ale craft beer with me, Real Ale 140 in the guest seat, and I'm introducing today's beer. Lucky me. Today is a beer from what I would probably describe as part of the holy trinity at the moment of the London brewing scene. For me, there are three great London brewers at the moment. There are many more, and we'll name check some of them a bit later on maybe. But this is one of the three that I think are big. One is Beavertown, one is Weird Beard, and the other one is, oh god, what's it called? It's up there somewhere. Partisan Brewing. Weird Beard for me, very, very clever, very good. This today is one of their Saisons. It's a Saison 14, so it's a farmhouse ale. It's a French-Belgian kind of style. This is the kind of stuff that would have been made to freshen up your farm workers. Brewed under your hut in France somewhere and given to the guys to drink after a hard day in the fields. Do you want to crack him open?
Yeah, and while I'm cracking it open, I just want to show that cap to you guys. This is a new brewery to me. Weird Beard. I love the name. Chris, talk to me about Saisons. You're a big fan of them now, aren't you?
Yeah, really cracking into it as a style. It's because it's so refreshing, and there's so many of them. There's just like an endless variety to try, and so I feel like I've done my IPA quest, and now I'm hitting another kind of barrier of hitting the Belgians and hitting these kind of beers like this. They're very fizzy, by the way.
Okay, very carbonated beer. You can see, it's bottle conditioned. It's bound to be bottle conditioned. It's probably a small yeast cake there. We'll show the bottle conditioning in a moment, but apologies there. You got a massive kind of.
That's more fingers than I've got, head.
Yeah, but what I like about that is just a roaring carbonation. That is a really kind of refreshing, booming kind of, and it's what a Saison should be.
Yeah. It's there designed to freshen people up and not leave them heavy and not willing to work in the afternoon. This is just to get you relaxed. Maybe with a bit of cheese and some grapes, whatever it is French people. Wearing a stripy jumper, is not obligatory, but it may help.
Absolutely. I like the look of this. It's clear, it's crisp, it's golden, 2-finger head. Chris got a 3-4 finger head. Yeah, it's dissipating quite quickly actually. It's down to 4 fingers now as opposed to 6 when I first had it. Yeah. Do you want to get your nose into that one first? Oh, sorry.
I can actually pick up quite a lot of this, strangely, which is unusual for it. It's maybe a bit of white pepper.
Oh, it's funky, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of these beer reviewers on these social media channels, they kind of explain the Saison to be funky, and if you could kind of name that smell that you're smelling, it is funky.
Okay,
it's a funky kind of. White pepper.
Chucking out. There's white pepper. There's brown sugar. There's it tastes of joy and refreshment. It doesn't taste of it. It smells of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will taste.
Yeah,
it. I know it does because I've drunk it. Ha ha ha.
It smells really good.
It's that pepperiness I think really gives for me. You don't necessarily expect to come across pepper, and particularly when you're on your early days of beer. For me, doing all the traditional kind of UK kind of styles that then get hopped up in America or whatever. Coming back to this European style was a real kind of whoa moment for me.
Yeah.
And encountering flavours and smells that I hadn't done before, not in any great quantity anyway.
It's like a white pepper mixed with lemon. It's kind of a...
It's squeezed lemon like that. You get that smell in your hands. Or maybe like the lemon plants. What's it called? It's a plant you rub your fingers on the leaf and it makes your hands smell of lemon.
Oh, right.
It's that kind of lemony.
Oh, it smells good. I'm going to dig in. Your beer's dissipated quite nicely there for you to drink. Thank you to Weird Beard. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
It's sweet on the lips.
Yeah, sweet, malty. It's lemongrass. It's lemony. It's white pepper. But I totally get what Chris is saying with the way or the reason why they kind of brewed this style of beer. If you did a morning's work. I suppose in modern terms, in modern ways, we try to describe it as if you've just mowed the lawn and you want a beer, this is the style you go to. But yeah, if you were a French farmer, if you worked the morning, if you were the boss and you wanted to give your farmers a kind of a bit of a boost, you give them some of this, and it brings a smile to your face.
Yeah, and it's commonly brewed across the whole farms in those kind of places. It brings a smile, and more importantly, they keep them bloody motivated for the rest of the afternoon, knowing that they could come back to this at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah. This is lovely. Some people describe it as horse blanket. Do you understand that? Do you understand that kind of saying?
I'm working class, so the whole horse thing has issues for me. You know, the kids on the estate where I grew up, when they see people on horses, they throw rocks at them. So horse blanket for me isn't something I can get my head around as a term. Sorry.
Yeah.
But not that I'm as poor as that. Horse shit would be something that would be a meal or anything like that. You know, don't get me wrong. But no, not getting horse. No horse blanket.
I'm gonna get a bit more. This is a great beer. Let me get you some. Actually, if Chris doesn't mind, I'm gonna pour the sediment into Chris's glass today, and he's gonna kind of just, if anybody's caught the review by accident or if you're new to beer, Chris is just gonna explain quickly why my glass of beer is clear and Chris's is just a bit murky.
Yeah, mine's got. No, I've seen murkier with chunks of yeast and stuff. And this is the yeast. It's part of the secondary fermentation process. So some beers will have it, some won't. Some use all kinds of filtration techniques to make it clear. So it's not that they're not real ales as such, but yeah, this clearly is. I think would fit under cameras kind of thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
This is a real ale because there's secondary fermentation going on, which is what you get in a barrel.
You can see it there. It's the carbonation.
It's just the traditional way of carbonating a drink, as opposed to force feeding a lot of nitrogen in it. You think it's soda stream versus this very kind of artisanal way of making a good old-fashioned style beer. Not that this is necessarily just old-fashioned. I think this. What they've done to this is keep it quite modern, and keep the flavours quite modern, and it's not soaked in Frenchness. It isn't just garlic for one.
No.
But it's become what you said. What we do nowadays, very few of us work on a farm or in a factory. You know, we're not that kind of nation over here anymore.
No.
You want a beer that's going to refresh you at the end of the day?
This is it.
This is the one.
This is it. And with all that yeast, I suppose we haven't touched on the kind of yeasty kind of flavours it gives, and this type of yeast should give exactly like a floralness. It gives a big flavour from the beer.
Yeah, I mean, the hit with the Saisons and Belgians is that the dominant flavour no longer comes from the hops.
That's right. That's right. It's almost a kind of a cloudy lemonade-y.
It's a switch in mindset. Yeah. You've got to teach your palate to look for the flavours elsewhere.
Yeah. So what do you rate? Where's it gone? What do you rate Saison 14 by Weird Beard?
I think it's a fantastic beer. I think Weird Beard are a fantastic brewer, and I would happily give this a 9.
9 out of 10?
Yeah. I have bought this and I will buy it again. And you should too.
I'll join you on a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. We're always pretty close with our ratings, but as Chris just mentioned, there's more to life than whacking a load of hops in a beer. When you get a good Saison, or any good style of beer, it's always nice to, because I think a lot of people buy a hoppy beer because they know it's good. Pardon me. It's a Saison. It's quite they know it's going to be a good beer.
Yeah.
So they buy hoppy beers, and they may not kind of tend to. They may give a Saison a miss because
it doesn't. You're not sure what it is, or it's not part of our traditional heritage in the UK. Yeah, probably maybe more so in the US because you've got all the European immigration that happened at that time. But I don't get the sense that it is. This is very much a continental way of life.
Give yourself a chance. That's what we're saying. Give yourself a chance to go and get used to the style, and once you get used to the style, you will love it. That's what we're saying. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer and Real Ale 140 on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. That is Weird Beard's Saison 14. Thanks for watching us. Put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.